fault is the kids should be the kids should be well off, they should be well educated, they should be disciplined and successful overall. Right, so I'm gonna start over again. You today, I'm having a podcast on my own because I couldn't get a guest today. So I got let down by my guests. That's why I'm having a podcast on my own, and I'm talking about very, very unique or sensational topic, which is women raising boys on their own. I believe that practice must be banned by law. Yes, I believe it must be banned by law. And if you listen to my argument, um, right up to the end, you may understand why I've come to that position. I think raising a boy is not the same as raising a girl. Raising a boy appears in the eyes of parents as something very challenging. Raising a boy, even in an environment where there is a man and there's a woman in the household, in the relationship, is hard. But let's say what is really my concern here is when that man is either not there or is barely there, or he's there but he's got his hand tied like this. Like the woman of the house actually tied the man's hands, and therefore he can't do much. He is not able to do anything. So that sort of situation exists. These situations do exist. And when you see a child misbehaving out there, there are a few observations that you can make. You will end up finding out that the woman has no man in her life, or she's got a man, but that man takes no part in raising that child. Or she's got a man, the man wants to take part in raising the child, but she makes sure she tie his hands by telling him all about the rules and how you can't, smack a child, how you can't do this, how you can't punish a child like this, or it's gonna affect the child mentally, it's gonna do this, gonna do that. She just scares the hell out of you, and you just go, you know what? I'm out here. I'm out here, but I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna do it without saying it. I'm not getting involved. I'm not telling you that, but that's what will happen. So, for the sake of relationship, he doesn't tell the woman that he's not, interested to discipline the child anymore. He just quits without saying a word. So you have those. Then you have a situation where the man is actually an absentee. I mean, like they've had a child and they don't live together, and they just carry on not living together. You have a situation where the man and the woman are separated, and worst case scenario, the man doesn't even visit the child. So in those circumstances, who is to blame? Sometimes women say to the world that they don't need a man to raise a child, that they can do it. There are some women even bragging of receiving Father Day cards. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? Father Day's card, they gave it to you? Oh no, come on. So they give you Father Day's card, meaning you are the father, but you are a father that doesn't act or behave like a father. Because this is what fathers do. They make sure that everybody is keeping his line. You don't step out your line. You step out your line or your lane, you will get told off. You do it again, you will get smacked. You do it again, you will get beat up. Now, before you guys start saying XYZ, I'm just going to tell you that smacking a child is not illegal in the UK or any other European country. It's not unusual to see a child that is behaving properly because he's had the right input or the right influence, the correct influence from the father. So women somehow believe in discipline like men. They do. Except that the only problem is, well, they know how to set the rules, but they keep changing the rules all the time. They probably say that this child should only have one McDonald's a week on a Friday, for example. Then come Monday, kids are asking for McDonald's. You say no, you can't have McDonald's today. You start kicking off. Because the first thing that a child does when he's in an environment where there's two adults, he makes sure that he identifies the good and the bad one. So the good cop and the bad cop. He will make sure he identifies those. Once he's identified those, he will then adapt his behavior according to who is in front of him or who is facing. Now, if it happens that the child is living with a parent that's taking good care of him, but he's lacking the father figure. The father figure is the most important thing in the life of a child, especially a boy. Women can raise women, they can raise girls, no problem. We can't sit here and start criticizing them for doing that. However, when it comes to doing the boys' business, women come short. Most women come short. And this is why. They are good with setting boundaries. Well, more or less at 80% they're good setting boundaries. But they can't keep those boundaries. And they don't document them. So they can't keep the boundaries, and therefore they're all over the place. The other one is they get confused or somehow get themselves to think that doing the work that you did on the car is somehow pointless. I believe so. I believe that women will set the rules and set the boundaries and simply disregard those rules later on or ignore them. That creates a problem, which is children are not scared of their mom because they know that their mom is delegating her power all the time. So let's say when something happens with the child in the house, instead instead of seeing what the mom does to address that issue, no, what you see is the mom delegating her power by saying to the child, "Oh, I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that. Oh, I'm going to tell the master. Oh, the man will shout at you. Oh, this and that." How dumb is that? You think your child is not scared of you, but he's going to be scared of a of a man that he doesn't know? Come on. It should be made illegal to raise young boys on your on our own. We can't do that. I mean, women can't do that, and they've proven it again and again. You go and see the boys. The other factor is when you go and check, most of them are young. They're usually under the age of 25. When you go and check, what you end up finding out is that whenever a man is in a relationship with a woman and he's trying to step up and, you know, deal with the boy, it's the same woman that will be coming there and interfering. So we could have accepted that women continue to raise boys, but this is what we get. We get the next generation of thieves simply because the woman can't handle a baby boy. The other one is we get kids that are so badly behaved that they have no respect for anyone. You also have this attitude of women of feminizing whatever they touch. So they're dealing with a boy, you will notice that they are raising that boy as if they're raising a girl. And therefore, they end up feminizing that particular boy. So the boy look like a girl. But how on earth can we live in a world where a boy just look like a girl and stuff? Because what girls do, they are chilled and they just relax all the time. They don't often do hard work and stuff. They come, you throw these in that equation and you will get the real length of the problem, or how deep the problem goes. I say that to many people and they always argue with me saying, "Oh no, you can't say that. There are some women who manage to raise the children. My mom did. Oh, my sister did. Oh, this and that." It is true that some actually manage to do it. But the truth and the reality of the matter is 90% fail. The other thing is they're young, they're youth. These women are often young women under the age of 25, for example. Kids, those kids, young boys, very, very productive. So you are going to tell me what you think about this debate, whether women should be raising boys, young boys, on their own, or they should be banned from doing that business. I've finished with my business here. I don't know if you have any comment or observation. Please go down the comment section below and subscribe and give us time to come back to you with another video. Thank you, everyone, and have a blessed weekend. That was Mr. D from Tulp TV. It's Tulp, TULP_TV. That is the ultimate live podcast. Right, guys. You have a good weekend and shall see you soon. Stopping the stream now. Please like, share, and subscribe.